Welcome to the presentation of text area and checkbox class. In this presentation, we will see details of the two classes, and these classes are text area and checkbox. Here we will see the constructors and the methods available in these two classes and the examples related with these two classes. Text area. Text area class is used to create a multi-line text area allowing a user to enter the text in multiple lines. Text area extends text component class. Here are some constructors of the text area class. The first constructor is without argument, which is the default constructor, which creates a new text area. The next constructor is with one string parameter, that is, it creates a new text area with specified text. The third constructor is with two integer parameter which specifies number of rows and columns. That is, this constructor creates a new text area with specified number of rows and columns. And one more constructor is there with three parameters. The first one is a string and the next two are of type integers. Here, this text area constructor creates a text area with a text and number of rows and number of columns. Now, we will see some methods of text area class. The first method is here setText method with string parameter. This method sets a string message on the text area. Next method is the getText, which returns the string value. That is, this method gives a string message of the text area. After this, the method append with string parameter and which returns the void type value. And this method appends the text to the text area. Then the next two methods, that is getRows and getColumns, returns the integer type value. And these two methods gives the number of rows and number of columns in the text area respectively. Here is the example which creates applet having a text area and button. When button is clicked, it displays the text welcome in the text area. In this program, the first three import statement imports applet, AWT and event package. Next statement is public class text area demo extends applet implements action listener. That is, here we are extending the applet class and also we are implementing the action listener interface. Then text area T, this statement declares the reference variable T of type text area. Similarly, button B will declare the reference variable B of type button. Then the next is the init method. In the init method, the first statement will create the instance of the text area and the reference is assigned to the variable T. After that, the next statement will create the instance of the button class with the caption click here, and the reference of the instance of button class is now assigned to the variable B. After this, the next statement, that is add T and add B, will add the text area and button in the applet. Then we are adding the action listener to the applet by using the method addActionListener of B. After this, the actionPerform method is defined, which is automatically executed or called or invoked when the user clicks the button. Now in this method, here we are checking whether the getSource is equal to B, that is, the button is clicked by the user. If so, here we are changing the value in the text area by using the method setText, that is t dot setText into the bracket within quotation mark the string welcome. One more example is here to create the applet called as adder. In this, we'll create 3 text fields and 1 label and 1 button. Now here the label is indicated by using the plus sign, whereas the button is indicated by using the equal to sign. In the first 2 text fields, user will enter the number, and after that user will click the button equal to. After clicking that button, now we are going to calculate the addition of the first 2 numbers and we display the result in the third text field. Here is the program for the applet as shown in the previous slide. The first 3 statements are again the import statements, which imports applet package, AWT package and event package. Then the next statement will declare the class adder, which extends applet and implements the action listener. After this, in the class, we are declaring 3 text fields T1, T2 and T3 and 1 button B and label S. In the init method, first 3 statements creates the instances of the text field class and assign the references to the variable T1, T2 and T3. After this, the next statement will create instance of the button with the caption equal to, and the next will create the instance of the label with the caption plus. After this, we are adding all these controls sequentially on the applet, that is add T1, add S, add T2, add B and then add T3. And after this, the last statement in the init statement is b dot add action listener this. Then we override the action perform method. In the action perform method, we write the statement as answer equal to integer dot parseInt t1 dot getText plus integer dot parseInt t2 dot getText. That is, we are retrieving the number entered in the first text field. We convert that value into integer. Then we retrieve the value entered in the second text field and we convert that one into integer. We'll calculate the addition of these two and we assign the result to the variable answer. Then the last statement in the action perform method is t3 dot setText string dot value of into the bracket answer. That is, now we are converting the value of answer into the string type and we set that value in the text field T3. Now the checkbox class. Checkbox class is used to create a checkbox control which contains a box that can be checked or unchecked by clicking on it. Checkbox is a component which extends component class and it can be added to the container like frame or a component like panel. Here are the constructors in the checkbox class. The first one is the default constructor without any argument. This will create a checkbox with no text. This checkbox is unchecked by default. Then the next one is the checkbox with one string parameter. This will create a checkbox with the text and this checkbox is unchecked by default. And the last one is the public checkbox string text comma boolean b. That is, now it creates a checkbox with a text. This checkbox is checked or unchecked depending on the boolean value, that is the second parameter. Here are some methods of the checkbox class. The first method is public void set name string text. This method sets a name on the checkbox. this name will not be displayed. The next is public string get name. This will gets a string message of the checkbox. After this public word set label, this sets a string text on the button. Then the next one is public string get label. This gets the string text of the button. After this public word set state boolean b. This method sets the state of the checkbox. And one more is public boolean get state. This will give the state of the checkbox. The interface Atom Listener is used to connect checkboxes to the code. The method addAtomListener of the checkbox makes the applet into the listener for checkboxes. The method AtomStateChanged is used to handle events of the checkbox. This method is called if the user clicks one of the checkboxes and passed an object of class Atom event in that method. You can examine which checkbox was clicked with the method getAtomSelectable of the class Atom event. Now here, this program creates an applet consisting of two checkboxes and one text field. Checkboxes indicates the names of the programming language. Text field shows the programming languages selected by the user. In the program, the first three import statement imports AWT, event and applet packages. Next statement, public class checkdemo extends applet implements Atom Listener. After this, in the program or in the class, two reference variables C1 and C2 of type checkboxes were declared. Then T is the reference variable of type text field. In the init method, C1 is equal to new checkbox C++, C2 is equal to new checkbox Java. That is, the instances of the checkboxes were created with the caption C++ and Java, and the references are assigned to the variable C1 and C2 respectively. The next statement will create the instance of the text field and the reference is assigned to the variable T. After this, the two checkboxes and the text field were added on the applet. Then C1 dot add atom listener this and C2 dot add atom listener this. That is, the listener object and the checkboxes C1 and C2 are connected. Then the method atom state changed is defined. In the atom state changed method, we check whether the checkboxes were selected or not, and accordingly we set the text in the text field, that is, both are selected if the both checkboxes were selected. Similarly, both are not selected, that is, if both the checkboxes are unchecked, and if C1 is checked, then we set the value of the text field as C++ is selected. Otherwise, we set the value of the text field as Java is selected. Here is the end of this presentation. Thank you.